At 5, it's off review, and this is going to be a scorcher video. We've got some pay-to-win mechanics, pay to fully unlock your Nova in war. We've got some super crazy rules to Star Rail, and I have some salt. Let's get into it. First things first, Nova awakened abilities, and there's going to be war offense abilities. So it looks like these are all going to be war offense abilities. We don't know what they're going to cost, but they're for money. And on war offense, do this, war offense, do this, war offense, do this, war offense, do that. And it says materials for these abilities will be available on the special Nova Overloaded Orb, which can be purchased for cores or get 2x value through the limited time offers. And I believe there is a spending core event running at a similar time as this. As an Apex War team, Nova is designed to be dominant while on offense and defense. In Alliance War, we're reviewing the fact that most people get Nova for free. These awakened abilities have been designed to help mitigate that friction. No, that's not what it says. I changed the text. Let's refresh the page and see what it actually says. In reviewing frustration and mirror match with previous APAC teams like Gamma, these awakened abilities have been designed to mitigate that friction. So and we'll see what these cost. A lot of people thought that it would cost $100 to get the 3 awakened abilities. And the purpose, according to what they state here, is so that you can come up on top on a mirror match. Okay, interesting enough. Now let's get into the weekly blog. And I believe there's going to be a core spending event that overlaps with this because this is going to be purchased with power cores. So I really like this at the beginning of the blog. I think this is fantastic where they have an overlord. There's a couple things missing here, but I just want to go over their super important things right here. May 22nd, there's going to be Trials and Tribulations, Spend Power Cores, and Cosmic Crucible Battle. So that's going to be an event that starts on Monday. I believe also that is when the new war system is going to be starting, and then also Cosmic Crucible Season 3. So set your defenses soon because the room bonuses are going to change. Then also May 23rd, there's going to be a spin campaign energy, so save that. And then lastly, down here on the 26th, Geared for Glory, open training orbs and war battles. So start saving your training orbs. And I try to, in all of these videos, post some sort of at the beginning of the videos what to Horde would say, but it looks like power cores, campaign energy, and open training orbs. And then also in this solar flare event, which we're going to read right now, it looks like it mirrors like the Peggy Carter event where you can purchase items with gold. So there may be an opportunity also to save gold. Out of This World, spearhead a major offensive purse upgrade your new warriors during Operation Out of This World. Commanders have the opportunity to recruit a 3-star Gwenpool and plenty of gear to strengthen new warriors. Crucible forces with commitment to special mission. This effort will have 2 fronts, raid and orb opening. Limited points will be rewarded for deploying your forces into raid battles while utilizing gold to open your choice of 4 orbs. Available in our supply stores will rack up the most points. Along with the mission points, the 4 orbs can significantly improve your new warriors. Here are the orbs, which were named by Gwenpool. So there are the 4 orbs, and I think this is going to be similar to that. We've had an event like this before, and that was for Carter, Peggy Carter. So your party pool orb is Gwenpool character shards, and we'll have to see how this plays out. And we just have like an overview of what this event's going to look like. Other thing too is there's going to be a leaderboard. And the leaderboard is continuing on the path of being one of the strongest ways to get T2 level 5 ions. Of course, these leaderboards are, in my opinion, just simply a way of auctioning those items. So it is. Then we've got the Escape Velocity milestone. This is going to use campaign energy. And it looks like that we'll be able to get gold from this event. So I'm looking forward to that. Trials and Tribulations. This is going to be an event where you get points by spending power cores. And so hopefully this overlaps with the other event, or not the other event, but with the Nova Awakened abilities. So, the spending of the power cores, if you choose to do that to get the Awakened abilities, will be just fine there. Milky Way Malevolence. This is going to be a blitz. And the thing that's notable on this blitz is there are going to be extra points for Masters of Evil. and for 3, 5, and 7 stores. Now this is getting interesting right here. Geared for Glory, talking about gear tier 18, and from the way that I read this, it looks like the gear tier 18, which is some of this stuff right here, is mostly also going to be tied to leaderboards if this chart is accurate. Again, T2 level 5 ions and gear tier 18 looks like they're continuing on with this leaderboard auction style thing. This will include training orbs, so you want to open trading orbs for this, so save them for this event. And they also talked about giving away Dark Dimension 4 countdown orb fragments. I talked a little bit about this yesterday. There's an offer in the store where you can purchase, I think for $100 US, you can buy it 10 times, so you can literally spend $1,000. And this is what you get for $100 right here. And this was courtesy of Na, 26 of these orbs. So my take on this is not any different, is that this is for a very narrow segment of spenders that want to be first in Dark Dimension 6. Getting gear tier 18 is going to be super expensive for the people that want to get into Dark Dimension 6 first. It's been that way for a long time with Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4, and that's just a very narrow number of people that probably should be considering those. Okay, so we got Gear for Glory. Again, there's going to be some 18 pieces there on the leaderboard. Recruit Korg. So this is just announcing when he will go for sale, and then they will have, red stars and the special offers. Cosmic Crucible Season 3. I've talked a lot about that, but you want to set your defenses here soon. That'll be starting this week. Basically, 4 of the old rooms are being reused, and they're going to be moved to 1 through, like a conveyor belt, 1 through 4, and then 5 and 6 are new. So you can largely use the same defenses that you used before. And then one of the new rooms is actually kind of nice, and I like it. I probably have to make a separate video about this. Another one is just use Rebirth. So not too creative. It actually strips away a lot of theory crafting. Now, this is interesting, and I suspect this is going to be a little bit controversial right here. Incursion raids, and this is going to be important because this is going to be a way of getting gear tier 18. And so this is going to start May 24th, and it says there are no hard requirements to enter the raid. So I think that is a breath of fresh air. And then they have some suggestions right here, so keep that in mind. And I just want to read this paragraph because I'm not sure that that they're encouraging theory craft is going to be true in all lanes, because it looks like there are rules which are similar to that of, let's say, Cosmic Crucible bonuses, which are definitely going to steer us in a certain direction and exclude certain teams and give certain factions an advantage and give other factions an extreme disadvantage. And some of them are straightforward, like when we get to this the bio lane, which we're going to read, and I think this is going to make people upset when I read it. Biotech, skill, mystic, and mutant. The lane will possess combat modifiers that apply to all the nodes in that lane and will affect enemies or player characters. Some characters will thrive among these modifiers, which means you'll have to call upon a specific team or theory craft a squad. It feels like it's more this, frankly. I feel like it's more this than that. A squad of overcome enemies. The choice is yours. Prioritize your roster as you see fit. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of options on some of these raids. Well, I'll read them to you, and then you decide. We'll be monitoring feedback and the impact of these modifiers and gameplay. We'll see that will start falling short of their tent. We'll make adjustment in future incursions of raids. Okay, so BioLink. Pretty much what these rules state is you need to use Rebirth, right? On enemy character crit, clear 2 charge from all player characters. On player character dodge, enemies gain death proof. What team dodges a lot? Web Warriors? Wow. On player character block, well, what team is that? Rebirth. Clear 1 random effect on that character. So there is a rule that severely punishes like Web Warriors, and then there's a rule right here that gives an extreme advantage to Rebirth. Now let's take it a step further. If a player character has any negative effect, that character's dodge chance is reduced by 100%. So Yeah, rebirth were not skippable. I know a lot of people thought they might be, but these 3 rules right here pretty much say Web Warriors, probably are not going to be great. We'll have to see when it comes out, but my best guess on this is that you're going to have to use rebirth. Tech lane. So this one here, I really don't know what to make of. On ally assist, heal enemy and all enemy characters for 5% of the character's max health. So there is some assist mechanics on Bionic Avengers. We'll have to see how this plays out. On an enemy character's end of turn, clear all barrier on all player characters. Wow. I believe that was the main function of Hulkbuster, was the barrier mechanic. And this basically just negates barrier. On any player character's turn, clear defense up on that character. So, if you're looking outside of Bionic Avengers, let's see, I've got it right here. Tech, Doctor Doom, Kestrel, Kang, Lady Deathstrike, Ultron and Shuri both have defense up. I really don't know what to make of this. So, I'm not sure. We'll have to play it and find out. Should be out on the 24th. We'll find out then. Skill lane, interdimensional combat training on enemy character crit. Apply disrupted to all player character protectors on enemy character turn. Clear 2 charge from all player character blasters. What a coincidence that the Invaders team have player character blasters that do not want to get charged. They want the charges to come away. So if we look here, we got Bucky and Union Jack, and we look at their charge mechanic. They start with charges, and then they get a lot of bonuses when the charges are gone. And so the rules here are specifically designed on enemy character turn, clear 2 charges away from all player characters. So what's going to happen is, the next rule says that they can't get offense down, so ignore that. They're going to fill character speed bar by 50%, and then they're going to get the 8 charges. Then every turn that, they're going to be getting 2 charges removed every time an enemy takes turns. So every 4th time, he's going to get 50% turn meter. All right. Same thing here with British Zemo. On spawn, gain 6 charge, and then at the end of any character's turns, if this character does not have any charge, apply to evade to self and all invader allies. Gain stealth for 2 turns, fill this character's speed bar by 30%, then go ahead and gain 6 charge. So this is going to be popping off every 3 turns. So they're giving a monstrous incentive to use the new team, Invaders. So, this sentence right here says call upon a specific team or theory crafter. It looks like largely this is more weighted towards use the team that they tell us to use. And there really is not an opportunity here for theory crafting, because they're giving a quite specific, significant buff to 2 of the new members on the Invaders. Now, enemy characters cannot have defense down, which means Kestrel's not going to do anything. Minor defense down, offense down, or minor offense down won't apply to them. So there you go. And so that does right there partially negate, this ability right here. But overall, it's still going to go. Let's keep going. Mutant lane. And this is kind of interesting right here. It looks like Death Seed's going to get some advantages on spawn. Apply offense up to all enemy brawlers and blasters. On spawn, apply taunt to all enemy protectors. On spawn, apply regeneration for 2 turns to all enemy supports and controllers. And then right here it says when an enemy character gains bleed, and Death Seed puts out bleed everywhere, right? Dark Beast, Archangel, I'm just trying to think, Nemesis. Generate 1 ability energy for self or a random ally. So Death Seed's going to have a significant boost right here. Using them will create a bit. Now, it looks like they're trying to give an incentive to use Apocalypse, and we'll have to see how this plays out. A lot of people in chat said they might try running Death Seed without Psylocke and put in Apocalypse, because on player character Apocalypse turn, that Apocalypse gain charge and fill speed bar 20%. So when he has charge, then his counterattacks stun, and that's pretty significant. Now, this one right here does lend itself to having the most theory crafting opportunities, and there's a lot of characters that could potentially be good. It looks that they are going to give a significant downside to using Dormammu. On enemy character turn, clear revive once from all player characters. So that's going to be like Dormammu, right? If revive once was cleared, generate 3 ability energy for self and all allies, and clear all barrier from player characters. Okay, fine. Player characters going to have stealth applied to them. Enemy characters going to have blind applied to them. So I believe that is maybe you won't be able to use like Cloak and Dagger, but there's still a ton of Mystic characters that for me, this is probably going to end up being the largest area where maybe you could theory craft. We've got Weaver, we've got Eternals, and so on. There's a ton of that can be used in the Mystic. So we'll have to see how this played out. This looks like it's coming on the 24th, and so we're going to want to do that. And so people are saying, is this worth it? And the answer is yes. Well, if you want to progress your roster towards Gear Tier 18, we talked about Gear Tier 18 yesterday. It looks like it's a drastic stat increase, and that's going to be the requirement to get into Dark Dimension 6, which is going to be Super Scroll. Other thing I wanted to mention that I got wrong yesterday, and then I got a notice from the Envoy chat. Next year's not going to have a year-long character. So, I mean, they may do that again in the future, but there are no immediate plans for a year-long event. I want to read how they worded it. Let me just read how it worded. So I forgot about this and I wanted to bring it out. It says, please let your audience know that we won't have a year chase-long event like Apocalypse this year. So I think I made reference to that yesterday, and that is just simply not happening. So Gear Tier 18, that's going to be Super Scroll. It's going to be a big deal. Strike Pass is coming. It's going to have World War II Iron Fist. Apocalypse, we're going to get a Blitz. We're going to get for Brawn. Character availability, Kang and Iron Fist World War II are added to the basic orb. And then I've been hearing that the timeline for Kang getting added into the basic orbs mirrors that of Agatha. So maybe Kang is going to get the Agatha treatment. We'll have to see. Elite Store, Firestar, she'll be available for gold and silver promotion credits. And then be sure to hit the web. Every Friday, they have a lot of bonus items there. I haven't done that myself, so I'm going to have to go check it right now. All right, let me know what you think in the comments section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.